It is snowing like a mofo out there. Expecting anywhere up to 2 feet of snow here in the Philadelphia area, and I'm going to be snowed in for the next couple of days, so I figured I'm going to just knock out a bunch of videos here for you guys, because you love that. Anyway, and I'm dressed like this because I go out like every 4 or 5 hours to shovel the snow. I don't wait for that shit to just pile up all at once. Screw that. Anyway, I'm going to be trapped in the house, so get ready for a few Arching videos here. Alright, I read an article in the Philadelphia Inquirer the other day, and I'll put a link in the video description to an online article talking about this. There was a Philadelphia couple that just moved into a new house. Susan and Lewis was their names. I forget their last names. It's not really important. Anyway, Susan and Lewis moved into a new residence here in the Philadelphia area, and they called Comcast. This was a Comcast-covered area that they were living in, to get cable and internet services provided to their house. You can get telephone services through Comcast as well, but I don't think they got that. Doesn't matter. Anyway, they called Comcast, said, hey, you know, we'd like to be one of the many millions of people that get your internet and television service supplied to our house. So why would Comcast not want that? They should just, you know, love to be like, oh, we got a new customer willing to pay us monthly for our services, even though we have such a high dissatisfaction rate between our customers. But anyways, Comcast said, okay, yeah, sure, we'll be out on such and such date. And then Comcast never came. Lewis and Susan called them back. They're given some rigmarole of excuses, another appointment set up, they never come, call back again, they never come, something's changed, they come out to the house, they have the wrong equipment, they have to call, they have to set up another appointment. To make a long story short, Lewis and Susan, over a 3-week period, spent an allotted logged time of phone calls of 50 hours. 50 hours on the phone over a 3-week period calling Comcast just to get them to hook up their new residents with cable and internet service. Over 2 days in a 3-week period were dedicated to talking to Comcast on the phone to get them to hook them up and become a paying customer. Now, I gotta admit, Lewis and Susan, you've got some serious dedication to be willing to spend 50 hours over a 3-week period, because once it got past about hour 2, I'd be like, you know what? I am getting anything else. Anything else. You've wasted more than 1 hour of my time. Eat a dick, Comcast. But that doesn't set aside from the point of how Comcast actually had to come out and issue a public apology to these people, as they should, saying we don't know why it took such a long time, why there was such an ordeal over this. What? I mean, you got to think that somewhere along the line there should be like, why is this customer calling us back for over 10 hours? Why is this customer contacted us back over 20 hours? Why is this customer contacted us back over 30 hours? Like when you see call again from the same residence, how can there not be something that, man, we got to dispatch the emergency hookup service before this becomes a big media issue, and too little, too late, they finally got them hooked up, but man, blew up in their face. What is with Comcast? Why do they suck so bad? And that's just not me hating on Comcast. I was a paying Comcast customer here for years, and once Fios became this area, as, where is it? Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah, I put that up the second I got Fios. Verizon Fios, FTW. I don't know what the F stands for due to my New Year's resolution. But anyway, why does Comcast constantly have these troubles? Like, they've been in the business pretty much as long as anyone else in the cable industry, or they've bought companies in the cable industry that have been here forever. Why do they suck with this customer personnel stuff? How do they not get something out? How is there not just insurmountable amount of people that can be dispatched to hook up someone's cable, to the point that you get into an entire rigmarole that takes over 50 hours of what is a future customer's time? They better have cut Lewis and Susan a great deal. Like, they better not have to pay for their services for like at least a year. Because that is some bullshit. 50 hours they spent on the phone with these people? Get out of here. That is... Anyways, anytime I see a story like this, I have no problem bashing Comcast, because they're pretty much the only service I've ever had a problem with that I've paid for in life. Like, yeah, you get a few hiccups here and there, but losing entire service for days, losing internet service for days, just for no rhyme or reason. It's not like it's in the middle of a storm. I'm like, this really seems like a chicken shit organization. And I've had Fios here for years, never had a service interruption of any sort, never. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fanboy of Fios. It just flat out never happened, never. Anyways, Verizon, Fios, FTW, Comcast, get your shit together. But you know what? Don't get your shit together. You've been a laughing stock as far as the media distribution industry has been, and you're always going to be. But you've got so many suckers that sign up for your service. So many. And some people just don't have a choice. Anyway, I think it's time to shovel the driveway again. Have a good day, everyone. And if you're in the Northeast, stay warm. And if you're in New York or New England, oh, you're screwed. You're like mega screwed. Oh, have a good day, everyone.